You are listening to Strange Conspiracies from the Mantle, written by James Ridner. Let us begin. Strange Conspiracies from the Mantle, the audiobook. Log Entry 1. Location: Core Facility, U.S. Federal Geological Division, Radiant Branch. Date stamp: the 24th of August 2019. Timecode: 8:50 Coordinated Universal Time. Every time I try to forget what transpired that day. What we saw, those things, whatever the hell they were. I never seem able to let it go now. I wish I could. Well, I'm a geophysicist for the United States government's Federal Geological Division. USFGD, for short. My job demands an obscene amount of time investigating the Earth, primarily its surface, and what lies beneath. For a while, I focused on Arctic rock formations. They weren't all that engaging. Then came a new assignment: research the outer core, for the Radiant Corp, the USFGD's most esteemed branch focused on interstructural research. I laughed, thought it was some elaborate joke. But what caught me off guard was how I was contacted. Only top geologists were recruited by Radiant, yet somehow, I was among them. Likely due to my papers on core seismology. I was instructed to skip my main office, drive 8 hours to a remote site, bring a few changes of clothes, pack my gear. I had no clue what I was walking into, teetering on the edge of passing out behind the wheel. I finally arrived. The place floored me enormous, so vast it looked like it could be its own sovereign state. No checkpoint at the gate, no guards, no security. For a facility like this, that was beyond suspicious. Then, a figure emerged. A silhouette in a sharp black suit. He motioned for me to exit the vehicle. He greeted me dressed head to toe in black, blood-red tie. Piercing blue eyes. A grin that had zero warmth. Greetings, Dr. Cochran. We're glad you could join us on such short notice. Your work on seismic activity and Earth's structural dynamics, brilliant. Illuminating. That sort of genius doesn't go unnoticed. His voice rasped like a tired professor on his fifth whiskey. I tried to keep my cool. Well, thank you. The drive was brutal. I'm a little drained. Is there a hotel nearby I could crash at? He hesitated. No need for that. We have accommodations inside the facility. If you're tired, by all means, rest. I'll walk you to your quarters. We walked through a dead, vacant lot, toward a sterile white tunnel. No sound, no motion. It sent a chill straight through me. So, sir, I've got a few questions, I said, voice trembling. Who are you, exactly? Why was I brought here? What's the compensation? Of course, I'm Director Baron Moreland, Chief Scientist of Radiant. Around here, they just call me, Dir. Moreland. But let's keep it informal. I brought you here because we need your specialized expertise. Atypical frequencies, he said. EP in the mantle. That's why you're here. As for payment, double your rate. This isn't easy work, Dr. Cochran. But you will be compensated. I nodded. We walked in silence again. Something about his stride, it was off. Like he didn't tire. Like he wasn't fully human. A light appeared at the end of the tunnel. We're here, he said. That's the sleeping quarters. Rest up, we begin the project after you've had some sleep. The hallway led to metal doors. Numbered. Cold silent. Room 255. He unlocked it with trembling hands. Inside, a bed, a sheet, a toilet. That was it. The whole scene reeked of bad intentions. Goodnight, Cochran, Moreland said. I'll see you in the morning. Log Entry 2. Location: Eating Quarters, Core Facility, USFGD Radiant Branch. Date stamp: the 25th of August 2019. Timecode: 11:30 Coordinated Universal Time. A thunderous knock jerked me awake. Wake up, Sleeping Beauty, someone called out, far too cheerily. Breakfast is ready. I rubbed my eyes, slipped on my shoes. With no windows anywhere in this place, I had no clue what time it was. The door creaked open. A tall, dark-skinned man stood there. Solid build, stern face, metal-lined teeth. He looked like Joy had been surgically removed. He motioned for me to follow. We walked toward a heavy green door labeled, "Eating Quarters." Well, morning to you, he said. Looks like someone got decent shut-eye. Let's sit. We'll go over today's plans over breakfast. I sat down. The table was plain, just like the ones at my old research facility cafeteria. We made idle small talk. Then the chef brought out breakfast. And let me tell you, despite the sleeping conditions being borderline prison, the food was fantastic. 2 strips of roasted cinnamon bacon, 4 evenly sized waffles, scrambled eggs, over-easy eggs, French toast. Moreland just had the bacon. And a strong black Italian coffee. Then he spoke, voice steady, purposeful. "Dr. Cochran, let me explain the gravity of this operation." As I said, we became interested because of the situation's nature. Some of my peers received reports of peculiar sounds coming from beneath the crust. I dug into it myself. Found bizarre sound waves, but no audio recordings. Then he looked at me directly. "That's where you come in. You've got experience with seismic audio work. If you can gather a proper sample, we might finally close this chapter." That explanation sparked something in me. I remembered a case, also dismissed as a natural anomaly. I never bought that, couldn't pursue it though, not after a sudden shutdown order. From Moreland. "Moreland, I think this could lead to some remarkable findings." He gave me that same crooked smile. Stood up, waved me toward a different door. We stepped into a narrow corridor. Reached another chamber. Inside was an immense hole dead center in the floor, surrounded by monitors, towers, gear. It was my kind of chaos. "This is your workspace," he said. "Everything's ready. Get started." Immediately, I dared to ask, "Moreland, sir, how complete is this setup?" "All you have to do is send the equipment down safely. Gather graphical and audio readings. Forward them to my associates. I'll give you their contacts. Finish fast, and you're on your way. With payment, no strings attached. Log entry 3. Location: unknown excavation site, core facility, USFGD Radiant Branch. Date stamp: the 25th of August 2019. Timecode: 2045 Coordinated Universal Time. I spent the bulk of my shift charting a path downward, placing markers, prepping the drop route to the mantle. We needed a drone, one that could survive the trip. Record audio, record data, and it had to be ready within hours. Or we were toast. The boss didn't tolerate delays. And in this place, tolerance meant life or death. Through punishing trial and error, we finally got the drone online. I called Moreland, who just happened to be nearby. Too nearby, like he'd been waiting, listening, watching, and then, his expression changed. The stoic face exploded into a twisted showman's glee. It was deeply unsettling. "I'll be damned. That's outstanding, Dr. Ran. You've outdone yourself. Now send that bastard down. We want this wrapped up. Pray to God we get something worthwhile." I placed the drone at the edge of the pit. My hands shook. Then I launched it. It descended, slowly at first, transmitting data back to the array. Then it neared the site of the disturbance. The tension in the room was unbearable. Moreland and I just stared at the monitors. Then, the silence shattered. Graph readings spiked, hard. I hit the audio system. Wanted to hear what we were dealing with. What came through wasn't human. A grotesque cacophony, thunderous crashes, guttural, primal moans, and something else, a licking noise, wet, rhythmic, violent. The sound cut through us. It wasn't any beast. Not anything of Earth. It was wrong. I tried shutting the system down. It wouldn't respond. Moreland and I stood frozen, staring, listening, horrified. Then, everything went black. The system collecting our feed crashed. All our work, gone. Moreland lost it. Fuck. It's all gone. We had it. And now what do we have? A story no one'll believe. God damn it. We were so fucking close. Fuck. Even so, he kept his word. I got paid, and I left. Drove home. Mind shattered. I merged into traffic. That thing, whatever it was, echoed in my skull. What the hell did we hear down there? What twisted thing lives beneath our feet? Do I look further into Radiant? Into Moreland? Or do I walk away now, while I still can? Log in.